Hello, everyone. It's time for Vanishing Highland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 383, season 16. Today's date is November 17th, 2024, and welcome to the show. On today's program, I'm going to talk about the 60th anniversary of the introduction of one of Chicago's famous, how would I call it, animal, Cuddly Dudley. Yeah, I did a podcast episode about him, but since this is a very special event, I will do it again. Yeah, so we'll revisit him. Also, I'll talk about a couple of things off topic. One is my health, and also what's going on with my Facebook page, Vanish Chicagoland. A lot of goofy things that are happening there since last night. So I explained everything. I tried to explain everything on Facebook, but I'm going to do it here on podcast. I'll give you the whole schmear, what's happening. So maybe if you tune in, you'll understand what's going on. Because I'm baffled as you are. Also hilarious. I don't know. Anyway, all right. So the program will go into a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by Sara Lee Cake Cart. This commercial is from 1976. After the commercial, I will explain what that is in detail. Okay. So sit back and relax. I'll be right back, folks. Thank you.
Charles, you may bring dessert.
Sara Lee introduces the new cake cart. 8 frozen cakes so luscious they make any occasion special. Mandarin orange with fresh oranges. Black forest filled with cherries. Strawberry shortcake with real whipping cream. Sara Lee's new cake cart. 8 cakes so luscious they make any occasion special.
Marvelous cakes, Clarice. Who's your baker?
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Sara Lee Cake Cart. I'll explain what that was about. It's just different flavors of Sara Lee cakes served very elegantly. You can watch the commercial on YouTube. Do a Google search, and so. I remember this commercial very well. It was around the mid 70s when I was a kid. This was 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade, excuse me. And, Sara Lee is a wonderful product, still around. Everyone loves their banana cakes. Back then, pound cakes. Still good. And I love the chocolate frosted ones. Oh, I had memories about that. So I found an ad on eBay of those wonderful cakes that were in the cake cart. So I'll read them off and which ones they were. So here we go. They were mentioned in the commercial, but here's the whole list. So the first one is chocolate and cream, black forest, strawberry shortcake, mandarin orange, double chocolate, strawberries and cream, fresh banana nut, and of course, walnut. I think that's it. Yeah. So there were 8 of them, and it's nice. So I've said this before, I try to take it easy with the desserts. I love desserts. So, I remember my mother buying something like this over the years, for special occasions, when she had company or a special treat for me and my brothers, and my dad. We eat that. We keep them in a freezer. So that's kind of nice. Yeah. So, I don't know if you'll find cakes like that today. Maybe not. I don't know. The Sara Lee outlet stores have been closed in recent years, so I have no idea. Pound cakes are still around. They taste good. Yeah, so that's good. And you can still buy the individual or the whole thing like that. Okay. At the beginning of the program, I mentioned I'm going to talk about the 60th anniversary of the introduction of Cuddly Dudley. And then I'll talk about my health and what's going on my Facebook page. Okay, I'll talk about my health first because this is very important. As you know, posted this on my social media accounts. Went to the doctors. I had my did some blood tests. The PSA was very high, still rising. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. So when I went to see the oncologist about last Monday, he said, "Yeah, we got to do a PET scan to see what's going on." He mentioned a few options. Depends on what the scan is. There's a drug called Pluvito. I think you've seen this in the commercials. It's like kind of a chemotherapy, which I'm kind of scared. And you get that like 6 times every 6 weeks, and then then he says, then you'll be on a new medication. He took off the Xtandi. He doesn't think it's working. And I said, okay. So hopefully it's nothing like that. So, and then maybe either I'll resume with the Xtandi or he'll prescribe me with some new medication. There's options. There's a lot of them these days, not like in the old days. So that's good. I don't know how to predict this. What I'm scared of is the doctor would tell me, there's nothing we can do. That's what scares me. But I'm hoping it's not that. So, but I don't think so because I had oligometastatic prostate cancer. That means like 5 or few spots appear in your body. And then you deal with radiation and medication. It'd be funny if it's on the same spot before. I'll be laughing at that. So I have no idea. So I'm very scared. I'm worried. I've said that on social media. So tomorrow morning, bright and early, I will go for my PET scan, and then we'll see what happens. And then he'll contact me and figure out what we'll have to do. What is the best way? I'm hoping. So I need your prayers. I posted this last, last week or something, and I appreciate all the comments and the messages from all of you. That's wonderful. It really is. And then I had the Zometa fusion shot Friday. I'm going to get those probably forever. I don't know, maybe, to lower the calcium. So I went Friday because I got the blood test. The calcium went up again. So hopefully this will go down. So I need further fusions for that. Well, we'll see. Okay. Second thing is, last night I noticed my Facebook page, and I can't. You see, I have a professional profile and also the Facebook page, and I can switch, and I can comment. No, I can't comment, but I can't share or don't get access to. It's called Business Suite, because you make money off of that. It just kicks me out, and it kicked me out as an admin, so I can't do anything. I have a clue what's going on. It seems like I saw some other Facebook page that does the same thing, and I'm restricted. So that could be it, which means I can't access this not for a while, maybe a few days or a week, or a few weeks or a month. This has happened to me before, so I had to wait for a month, and that was aggravating. So that could be it. So I decided, I've had this page for 12 years, and I figured, why don't I create a new one? What the hell? So I did that, and then it's Van Chicagoland and dash my name, Pete Costanis, is on it. A couple of people asked me, is that you doing this? Yes, it's me. Yeah, because, a lot of goofy things happen in Facebook. You get hacked, and someone takes over the page, and it's kind of scary. So I got that, and I invited everyone to like and follow. So far, so good. It's growing, not as fast. just like the old one, in the old days. So it'll take time to do that. I will continue to post, stuff that I find. As always, I'll post my podcast, which incidentally, I can't access that one either, my podcast Facebook page. It kicked me out of that too. I don't know what's going on. So we got to wait. When it does happen, when I get it back, those two back, I will let everyone know. And then if I have two Facebook pages, for Van Chicagoland, I have a couple ideas. One, I could delete one of them, or I can merge them. That's an option. I don't know if you could do that now, because that was a long time ago. I had a couple of them, and they did the same thing. And it worked. I don't know about that, because maybe it depends on how many followers I got or how many likes to do that. So we'll wait and see. But I didn't mean to freak everyone out. So that's what's happening. I can look at it. People can comment. They could. But I can't post anything new on it or change like that. So I'm stuck. It's aggravating. It's ridiculous. Facebook's great. It's wonderful, but they got the silliest rules. I mean, I think it has something to do with AI. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it can really be a pain in the butt. It really is. So, I don't know what's going to happen. It's no big deal. I have other platforms like that, and I have my group. I post my group. So that's good news. That's a good thing. Also on my profile, I can do that. And I have X and, and the rest. Also, one last thing. You notice this week, a lot of people are leaving X, the formerly known as Twitter. They're going to Blue Sky or Threads. I am on Threads. Yeah. I am on Threads, Instagram, TikTok. I'm also on Blue Sky. I signed up a long time ago, about a few months ago, and there was not much activity. I didn't get not many followers, but you know what? All of a sudden this week, people are flocking there, and I'm getting new followers and some old followers from Twitter and Facebook. And that's wonderful. And I follow them, and it's growing. Not as much. Very slow, but it's increasing. So that's good. I think the key is to post and share. Don't overshare, but do that, and then it'll work. So that's what basically is happening, with that. So that's great. We know for obvious reasons why people are flocking, getting away from X. Well, I mentioned it's the election. That's what it is. They just want to get out of there. And I know celebrities joined Blue Sky or Blue Ski. No, it's Blue Sky. Okay. So that's wonderful. That really is, so it's nice. So a lot of people are very appreciative like that. So I will keep you posted on what's going on. I will. And it's crazy. What can I say? Okay. Right now, I'm going to take a quick break, and then when I come back, I'm going to talk about the 60th anniversary of Cuddly Dudley. This is going to be fun. I love this guy. Dog, person, whatever. So, like I said, it's going to be fun. Okay, so sit back and relax, and I'll be back in a moment, folks. Thank you. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Now we're going to discuss Cuddly Dudley. Who could forget about him? You can't. He was... I know he's a doll, so that's fine, but he's a dog. But he was a wonderful, memorable doll that we all grew up with, in the 60s and the 70s, maybe the 80s, Yeah, it's like 60s and 70s, I grew up with it. So here's my memories of watching Cuddly Dudley. I remember watching him on Ray Rayner's show, just like everyone else. Before school, you turn on the TV, you turn on the Channel 9, WGN, and you see the blackboard with all the baseball scores, the football scores, and the weather. Ray Rayner wrote all that. And you see the clock above that, and he would come in with his jumpsuit covered with Post-it notes. I don't think they were called Post-it notes back then. So, and then he would say, good morning. And then, and he says, it's going to be a beautiful day. I think he talked about what's going to be on the show. Sometimes he did. But the first thing he did was show a cartoon like Bugs Bunny or any other cartoon. Those were classics, I did when I was in school in the 70s. Me and my brothers watched him, and we got to the part where he would answer letters to, but we'll get to that. Never mind. So this every day the segments were that he would sing, we're going to Cuddly Dudley's house, I don't know the whole thing on the top of my head. And then he would knock at the door or ring the bell, and it's Cuddly Dudley lived there. I don't know if he had a mortgage. Just being facetious. Anyway, so he would kind of go, hi, Ray, real deep voice, which the voice, Cuddly Dudley's voice was Roy Brown, better known as Cookie the Cook, the clown. He did that. That was marvelous, Anyway, so he would bring a microphone and like that, and also they would read some letters, and then they would viewers would ask questions, and Cuddly Dudley would respond, not all the time or not very smart. So, but I love this laugh. He's so cute. Anyway, so that is one of the most favorable segments. The other one was Charleston the Duck. I haven't talked about him yet, but I will, because I had a few memories about that particular duck. So anyway, Cuddly Dudley was introduced, I believe, in 1964. I'm sure he was on the show then. I was a year old, so I couldn't watch TV. I was in a crib, so I don't know. It was there. I'm sure he was there. Then around this time, actually like yesterday, about 60 years ago, that day, the Chicago Tribune did a promotional thing that if you subscribe, you will get a Cuddly Dudley doll. So this is what I found out about this. Okay, so let me find it. I'm sorry, I lost it. Here we go. There we are. Okay, so it was a life-size doll. And the type of, a lot of people didn't know what kind of dog he was. He was a Cocker Spaniel. Well, I never knew that until later. And it was used for a subscription sales promotion item by the Chicago Tribune. And so when they started that, it just, it took off like hotcakes, and so everyone wanted one, but you had to subscribe to the Chicago Tribune. I don't know how that works. If you were a subscriber already, or if you're a new subscriber, I don't know how that works like that. Maybe. But there was an ad I saw in the newspaper. Maybe I'll take a look at that real quickly. Here we go. Take a quick look. Oh, it says, this is what it says. Yours free with 4 months Tribune phone delivery. That's great. That's wonderful. So, yeah, you either send it in or you just call. which is wonderful. Oh, that's good. And so everyone in the 60s and the 70s had this. So I'll tell you whose idea was it. The man's name was Jerry Glasspiegel. He came up and he was thinking about this in the middle of the night, and he thought that was a good promotion idea. And there was a supervisor. He was of the home circulation of the Chicago Tribune. His name was Francis A. Schmumaker, and he did that. They did the same thing with Disney and McDonald's like that. Also, as part of that in the Sunday paper in 1967, they had a kind of like a comic, and it was like it was called Runaway Christmas Train, to save Dudley. I got some pictures of that. And excuse me. So you don't get the just a doll. You get like a cardboard box of a car, an airplane. I think those two. I think there are others like that, and so that came included. But this was a great Christmas present for all kids, maybe adults, and so according to the website, the segment would appear like every weekly on Fridays near the end of the show, which might be true, like that. And the Cuddly Dudley song was from a song called "The Whistler and His Dog," and it was written by Arthur Pryor. That was his name. And also, I forgot about this. They also did knock knock jokes too. So that, excuse me. So let's see. So later on, when Ray Rayner was off the air, he went to the Bozo Show. He was there for quite a little while. He was there like that. And and then right now, the puppet and the doghouse are part of the collection of the Museum of Broadcast Communications. I think it's closed now for the moment. I don't know what's going on. They're moving to a new location. I have no idea. But I did find the song of when Ray Rayner sang when he goes, on his way to Cuddly Dudley's house. And this is what it says. "We're off to Cuddly Dudley's house. He's cute as he can be. With his fur of gold and his nose so cold, he's cuddly as he can be. He's got riddles and jokes, and the fun that he pokes is never aimed to me. And here's the place that lives, and the name that he gives is Cuddly." Oh, that's pretty good. Excuse me, I had to drink some water. Anyway, so you can find Cuddly Dudley sometimes on eBay. Sometimes they run into the hundreds or thousands if you want one. I want one too, but it's a little steep, but some are in mint condition or some are used, maybe there's one eye missing or, it's not sewn up like that. I would love to have one. I really would, just to keep it. But, surprisingly, some people still have it somewhere, but it's not in great condition. The Cuddly's neck is broken. It's stained, because of age like that. Who knew? And one of the favorite things I like on Facebook, on Van Chicagoland is people post photos of themselves and Cuddly Dudley at Christmas time, with their brothers and sisters and their parents in front of a Christmas tree or not Christmas. And it's so cute. This is when they were very little like that. So, and, to tell you the truth, I was very little, when this was introduced. So I didn't ask my mother, or my dad, if I wanted one. I should have, if I was a little older. So, I don't know. See, he was one of a kind. He really was, I'll keep looking to see if I can buy one. Some come in the original box or just by itself. But I would love to have it, as a keepsake. That would make me very happy. It really would. Okay. So that's it for this show. I'll do a recap of what I talked about. I talked about the 60th anniversary of the introduction of Cuddly Dudley. Also, I talked about my health, my health status, that is, and also what's going on with my Facebook page, Van Chicagoland. This podcast will be published later on today, wherever podcasts are found. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Breaker, Overcast. If you have those apps, tap on them. Tap follow. You'll get the latest episode, or you can listen to previous episodes as you wish. You'll receive a notification. Also, it'll be posted on my blog, www.fanchicagoland.blog. Click on the link. It'll take you right there, and you can listen to. I know for a fact some people can listen in their cars. They could do that, which is great. If they're on their way to work or on an errand, some people have told me that, I listen to your podcast in the car. That's cool. Okay. Well, so you can stream it on Spotify. You could do that. You can, lie down on the couch, sit and relax, have something to eat, and listen. Okay. Also, be sure on my social media accounts, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Reddit, Instagram, Blue Sky, X, what's the other one? Threads, and TikTok. Yeah. There'll be links, so you tap on the link or copy the link. It'll take you right there, but it's there. Okay. So that's it for Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. I had a wonderful time. I had to get that off my chest about what's going on with the Facebook page. Yeah, it's aggravating. Like I said, it'll be published this afternoon. So today is not a bad day. Not warm, but comfortable. Not comfortable, but good for November. And so just to have everyone have a great Sunday. So here's bye-bye for me, and here's a little traveling music with, of course, Ray Rayner saying bye, bye, bye. Take care, everyone, and so long.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.